Hey YouTubes, this is Burgerbob. I've decided to come up with a new weekly concept where I come out with a video every week going over some small aspect of trombone or brass playing in general. And hopefully you can't hear the plane outside that's super loud that just happened to come in the middle of my video. Anyway, I got a script here, I have to stick to it. Oh, I'm giving my background. So, I just moved to San Francisco a couple months ago. I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't see it. But anyway, I moved to San Francisco, and that's the ocean outside. And San Francisco rules. But you know, I'm not going to school or anything. So I'm just playing here in my little apartment. I am playing with a symphony soon, playing Mahler 1. Local community orchestra, but that's beside the point. Anyway, my weekly concept this week is first notes and how important the first note is every day. And the first thing I'll start with is stretching. So I like to start playing when I get up pretty early, if I can. I like to get up pretty late, so I get up at like noon. I start playing at 1, you know, if I have a day off. And so that means I can start playing without annoying my neighbors, which is really important. Don't annoy your neighbors. Anyway, that means I just slept, so I'm kind of stiff. I haven't done a whole lot. Like, I'm sure some of you have heard of Blue Devils International. I'm actually thinking of auditioning for that. And some days I do breathing with a marching baritone on the move to get my whole body warmed up. I'm not going to do that today. It's embarrassing. But, I like to stretch. My back likes to get tight on me, and it means I can't breathe as well. So I'll start out by doing this. I don't know if you heard that, but I got some good pops. Then I like to roll out my neck. No good pops there. Move my shoulders. Do a little cat stretch. Do the backwards cat stretch. Just kind of get loosened up. And sometimes I'll go for a walk, or I'll bend over, I'll stretch that way. I'll take some more serious stretches. Anything to get limbered up. It's really important to do that, especially like your arms, anything you're going to be using a bunch of. You want to get that stuff at least a little bit warm before you just start holding a trombone for hours. Anyway, after I stretch, I start to breathe. And when I do this, I do it at the same time, so I don't worry about it. But my breathing routine is pretty simple. I did a lot in drum corps, so I don't like to go through the whole breathing gym every day. So nowadays, let me get this to some semblance of being in tune. Nowadays, I just do some breathing through the horn. Lots in, lots out, basically. You'll notice a couple things about my breathing. I do all of it with both my valves down, so it warms up the whole instrument and I get a little more resistance. Not a whole lot since I'm using true bores, but it is more. Good quality breaths coming from the bottom up. I don't want to get into a whole bunch of like physiological information stuff because I'm not totally solid on it either, but you know, not moving the shoulders, all the stuff your band teachers tell you to do. And I breathe through the corners. I don't take the mouthpiece off the chops. And if I do take it off the chops, I leave the bottom rim on the bottom lip, and I take the top off. I don't do that very often, though. That's just for like really big breaths. So I do some big ones, long, you know, sustained breaths. I feel like I'm just playing nice, good, long tones. Try not to let it taper too much at the end. Just use all your air, making a block, making another block. What was I saying? I was saying something. Yes. Breathing. Oh my god. This is how these are going to be. It's going to be one cut. I'm not going to edit these like at all. Oh yes. So I do some that are long, sustain nice big in-breaths. And then I try to make the in-breaths shorter, because in real life you're not always going to have, like 4 counts to get a nice breath before a big phrase. I've been working on excerpts like Hungarian March. I can't think of the one I was trying to say, but Hungarian March has this long, fast line that has no rests. So you have to breathe in just these little tiny spaces, smaller than 16th notes. So I try to make them shorter. I'm not good at it by any means. And I know it sounds fast and almost labored, but you want to make sure those fast breaths are not tense. Because once you start making them tense, you start constricting here, you start using more muscles in the neck, you start constricting down here into the chest, and then, in no time at all you're playing like crap because you're not breathing right. And, I mean, there's people who can breathe that fast, like with sniffs and stuff that are silent. I can't do it yet, so, practice. And there's a little too much movement there, I think. Anyway, after I do a bunch of breathing, I kind of check into it, make sure it's not shallow, I'm not feeling it in my chest. Sometimes, after a bunch of breathing, I can feel like an expansion in my chest, and that's good, but not when it feels tight. And so then I'll kind of stretch, do some more movement stuff, and then I'll get back to it. Today feels good, though. I empty out my spit all the time.